Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down maths topics the easy way. In this video, we'll practice solving triangle problems using the cosine rule. We'll look at one question while we find a side and another while we find an angle. Our first question asks us to find the length of side x. We know two sides and the angle included by them, so this is the perfect case for the cosine rule. The formula for the cosine rule is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos of capital A. It's important to note that the lowercase letters represent the sides and the uppercase letters represent the angles. It's often helpful to label this on the diagram. So we can label the known angle as capital A, the side opposite it as lowercase a, and then we can choose whether we label the 13 centimetres as B or C. I'm going to label the 13 centimetres as B and the 10 centimetres as C. Substituting the values we know, we get x squared is equal to 13 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 lots of 13 times 10 times cosine of 100. Plugging this into a calculator gives us that x squared is equal to 314.14. And to get x on its own, we can take the square root of both sides. This gives us that x is equal to 17.7 centimetres to one decimal place. Remember, you should always include the units of length when you're giving your answer. Now the next question asks us to find the size of the angle x rather than a missing side. We'll again use the cosine rule, but this time where the angle is the subject instead of the sides. We can achieve this by rearranging the formula that we used before. This gives us cosine of x, or A, is equal to b squared plus c squared minus a squared, all divided by 2 lots of b times c. Again, we can label the diagram so we know what values to put into the correct part of the equation. If we label the angle x as capital A, the side opposite it as lowercase a, and then we can choose which side to label as b and c. I'll label the 16 centimetres as B and the 15 centimetres as C. We can substitute the values we know. This gives us cosine of x is equal to 16 squared plus 15 squared minus 220 squared, all divided by 2 times 15 times 16. Plugging this into a calculator gives us cosine of x is approximately equal to 0.16875. To get x on its own, we have to use the inverse function of cos, or cos to the minus 1. This gives that x is cos inverse of 0.16875, which is approximately equal to 80.3 degrees to 3 significant figures. And there we have it. We've solved two questions using different versions of the cosine rule. So remember, use the cosine rule when you know two sides and the included angle, or all three sides and a missing angle. And make sure to be careful to check whether you're finding a side or an angle, as you'll have to use a different version of the formula depending on what the question asks from you. If this helped you feel more confident about the cosine rule, hit like, subscribe for more walkthroughs, and drop a comment below if there's a topic you'd like for me to cover next. You've got this. See you in the next video.